Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara. Today we're going to work on the cover for the Waterfall album. We are going to just do a shaker element, so there isn't going to be as much difficulty here as I thought. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to need a piece of this. I'm using Tyvek envelopes, cut to the right size. But you can use paper, and you want it to have two pieces of length that are 12 by 11, and then you're going to put them together with the 12-inch side being the length and the 11-inch side being the width. You can always trim off a little off the end, so that's not a big deal. So the first thing that you need to do, hopefully you can see this, is you need to draw a line as kind of your guideline. I always give myself an inch. Top, bottom, sides, and sides. Oh, and I don't have my right pen, so this one's going to be blue. So you just make a 1-inch line. Like I said, it's just kind of a guideline. If you use paper, you can use, if you use paper, you can use pencil. I don't have a pen that works. Wonderful. Okay, so you're just gonna, there we go. Draw your line. It's just a guideline anyway. And then you're gonna do the same along the bottom, but you don't have to go the whole length. So just draw your line. I'm using this ruler because this ruler is an inch. Try not to move your ruler because you'll get a crooked line. Okay, so there's your line. Okay, so I went ahead and I prepped my pieces. So you want to have tape from edge to edge on all 3 of your cardstock pieces. All of the measurements, if I don't say them, all of the measurements will be in a list below. Okay, so you're going to start with your front, whichever piece that may be, and you are going to peel all of your tape backing. With using Tyvek, I like to use tape from edge to edge just because it's cleaner. With paper, you don't necessarily have to, but you definitely want to with your spine, because otherwise your spine, when your book opens and closes, the paper will crinkle and fold. So I at least go all the way around and then, some on the inside. So you take your front and you line it up as best you can with those lines. It may not be perfect. Okay, so then I flip it over and I give it a burnish, just to make sure that everything smooths out and your tape has a good bond to your Tyvek. So you just do that, okay? So then you need to have a space here. I myself like to use, tape, because then everything sticks even when you bend it, but you don't have to. So what you want to do is you want to take whatever your width of cardboard is, you can make a width. So if I use Tyvek, so I do 1/8 of an inch because it doesn't need to be as big. But if you use paper, I use the 1/4 of an inch. So you just run a piece of tape along the edge of your chipboard. As, like I said, just kind of a guideline. Peel it, make sure it's down. Okay, and then you're going to put your spine piece on. Okay, so you want to take your ruler, peel your tape backing. hopefully with ease, not great difficulty as I usually do. Perfect. Okay, I use a ruler just to kind of keep it straight. Okay, so then you just kind of put it up against that score tape, that 1/8 inch score tape, and set it down and do the same thing. Flip it over, give it a burnish so that it gets a good bond. There. Again, repeat with your 1/8 inch if you're using Tyvek, or 1/4 inch if you're using paper. Either one works. I just like Tyvek. If you use paper, you can also use Tyvek. You put your spine piece on a piece of Tyvek that is, you know, like much wider, so that when it folds, it doesn't break. The Tyvek is a stronger paper. It's more fibery. Okay, so same thing. You're going to peel all the tape off of your backing of your back piece. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to get it off. If you can't, just like you see here, as you'll see many, use your piercing tool to kind of lift up a corner to peel it away. Then when you go the other way, try to avoid the sticky part, because you will peel it right off the chipboard. Trust me, I did that once. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing with your ruler. You're going to put your ruler down and kind of give yourself a straight edge to work with. Put that up against and set it down just like so. See, I have more. You can see I have more here. I can trim that. So you can take your ruler and a cutting surface like so, and a knife, and just kind of cut it away. And don't throw this away, because you can use it as a patch for different things. Okay, put your things away. Okay, flip it over again, give it that burnish so that you have the bond. Okay, so now you have your front. Okay, so now we need to wrap it. So you have 1 inch here, and I need to run away for 2. No, I don't. So you're gonna run tape all the way along. Okay, I'm using 1 inch, so I don't need any more. But if you're going to use any different size tape, you want tape along this edge right here. You want tape along this edge, and or tape here, just so that you make sure that everything, all of your edges are stuck. Okay, so you just run your tape all the way along. And I love score tape because you can get so many lengths. Like you can get it all the way up to a 6 inch roll. You can get sheets, but the biggest I get the 1.5 inch basically run of score tape is what I use for most of my projects. I just like the wider stuff for the covers. I use the 3/8 inch for anything else. Okay, so then along your edges, whoopsie, along your edges, just like so. I did really good. This one is pretty straight. Give your tape a bit of a burnish again so it has a good bond. Okay, and then now we are going to miter your corners. Now I have a miter tool, but if you don't have a mitering tool, you can just use a straight edge of whatever size, line it up, but you want to give yourself, you know, like about, you know, even go like that. Like if you want to take your straight edge like this, you want to give yourself about 1/8 of an inch. So you can cut off the corner like this, draw your line, and then cut. I have a fancy tool that came, a friend of mine ordered them, and I'm not sure where, but this is where. Hopefully you can see that with no glare. If I can find the website and stuff and everything, okay, I'll have it in the box below. So I just do the same thing and I draw a line. Hopefully my pen will work. Draw a line, even if it's just a mark that you can see. Draw a line, flip it, other corners. Oh, there's the website right there. It's on the tool itself. Okay, like so. Okay, and then you take your scissors or your straight edge cutting knife and a cutting surface, and you just cut these corners off. Just like so. Does not have to be perfect because they are going to be folded in. So cut off your edge or your corner, your miter. Okay, done. Now the fun part. I always try to start with the long edge and do the short edge last. So I'm going to do both long edges. Okay, so I'm going to start with this edge. Okay, I'm going to peel the tape right off. Okay, right off. And then what I always forget to do is peel this 1/4 inch spacer tape. Peel it back just a little so that your doesn't interfere with it, your other edge. And 9 times out of 10, I forget to do this and then I get angry. Okay, so you just peel that back just a little, okay? And then I take my bone folder and I kind of work it. That's why you want tape along that edge, because it will stick. And you just kind of work it so that it's straight like that. Okay, and then I take my fingers and I just kind of keep working it so that it starts to fold over straight and flat. Once it does that, like so, give it a burnish. Okay, so then you have everything is flat, right tight to your edges and corners. Okay, do the same thing with the opposite long edge. Peel your tape, peel back. Try not to get your spacer tape. I got my spacer tape a little long, so it's under the other tape. Try not to do that. Okay, give that a peel back, just like so. Okay, same thing. Take your bone folder and just hold, make sure you hold flat. Start to work it over right along the edge. Okay, and then you start to use your fingers to push it the rest of the way over. Once you have it, go ahead and flatten her down. Okay, so just like so. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, so now these are okay. You want to just kind of leave them there. You can pull these, but I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, you're going to peel your end piece, but don't start sticking it down yet. Okay, peel your end piece. Okay, oh dear, that wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, peel that. And then take your bone folder, take a shorter or one like this or whatever, and you just kind of fold that over. Just roll around that corner. You don't have to do anything special. Just roll around that corner and stick it down, okay? Just like that. Then do the same thing with your bone folder, your other one, and just make sure that is stuck over there, okay? Like so. Then work it the rest of the way with your hands. And as you can see, it roll over. Whoops. Okay. And then you have a nice clean corner. You can see those nice clean corners there. That's how you get those nice clean corners. Okay, same thing. Oh dear. Same thing. Okay, pull that tape backing. Okay, roll your edges, just roll around those edges. Doesn't have to be perfect because it will, you know, it will do what it's supposed to do. Roll around those edges, stick them down. Okay, take the other bone folder, get under there. Make sure it is stuck down to the ground, like down to your table so that it doesn't lift because otherwise it'll bubble. Okay, and then start folding it with your hands, just pushing it over a little bit more. Once you have it down, ta-da, and you always have nice, perfect edges. Okay, just like so. Okay, now, oh, I didn't prep the other piece, so I'm gonna have to prep that piece with you. So this could get a little bit longer. I apologize. Okay, so there's your cover. Okay. So now we are going to take, you have two pieces of paper. One is 8 by 12 and one is 8 by 7. Okay. You are going to take this piece and you want tape right here. So we're not going to tape, this is going to sound funny, but we're going to tape this piece here. We're going to go all the way around the edge. Okay. You could cover this completely with tape if you have a wide tape or sheets, but I'm just gonna, you know, because it's going to be covered. We're going to have a couple of elements on the covers and on the back cover, so we're not going to need it. We're not going to see. It'll be stuck. It'll be good. But this is where you'll see that you need to have your spines done. And if you cover this 100%, it's a lot easier to do the spine. But if you do it like this, which I apologize for, maybe we should just completely do it. Completely cover it. So we got this here, okay? So then I'm gonna take a wider piece and I'm just gonna kind of figure out, just a second, I gotta get on camera here, get everything out of my way. Figure out roughly, so I'm gonna 100% cover this edge to about half. Okay, so about half we want to cover completely with tape. Okay, so don't worry, doesn't have to be like perfect and tight, and you just want it to be as close as you can. So you're gonna cover, I apologize if I'm off camera a little bit. Cover it with tape. And it's easier when you have the wider tapes because it doesn't take as much tape. If you were using your 1/2 inch or 3/8 inch, you'd probably use a good portion of your roll of tape. So now I'm just going to check and make sure that I've got enough here. I'll do one more. What does it hurt? right? What does it hurt? Okay, and then just kind of go like this. Because this is what we're going to use to kind of put it down, and I'll show you. Okay, so now you have this here. You want this to be over here. Okay, so peel, because I'll forget, peel your spacer tapes here. Okay, right out of there. Okay, take one of these edges off. Okay, and then you're going to line it up. You're going to keep this edge lifted so that it doesn't stick down, and you're going to just kind of line it up where it should be. Line it up, and I apologize if my head is in the way. Line it up so it's straight. Okay, like so. Stick that one down. Okay, so now it's not going to move. Okay, so now you can do whatever. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to peel our long edges. I should peel from the other way. Long edges. Peel that one strip. You can peel it all. Actually, like if you peel it all, it's okay. You just have to be a little bit more careful, because you want to only stick down a little bit. Okay, so stick it down. Okay, so then you're going to peel a little bit. Never mind, you're going to peel most of this so that it sticks. And this is my wrong hand, so I'm got no fingernails. So you just peel all of this, and just be careful putting it down. Don't put any pressure on the tape, because I'll show you. You gotta burnish your spines. Okay, so I'm gonna leave these ones, okay? So I'm gonna put it down, but I'm not gonna push. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and you see where my spine is here, and I'm going to run my bone folder, and you'll see this is going to lift. You want that, okay? Okay, so you want to burnish, but don't have a bone folder that is too sharp, because you'll go right through your paper. Okay, you start to burnish, fold it, and then you can stick this edge down. Okay, so that one is stuck down. There's good. Okay, so then you're going to lift that up, and you're going to peel the rest of your tape off. Okay, peel the rest of your tape. Okay, don't give it any pressure. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing. You can put it down here a little bit more on your spine, but then you're going to flip it around. And you're going to start burnishing, okay, your spine, and slowly lift up. Again, not too much pressure, just keep going. Lift up on your cover so that you have a fold. So there you have it, and then you can push it down. Then you can, and now you have your spine. Okay, there's your cover. Okay. So then get some of your garbage out of the way. Okay, then we're going to do this last piece, which is fine. So you're going to run your tape all along the edge. All along the edges. And then a couple of strips in the middle. Again, it doesn't have to be completely, because it's not covering the spine. This isn't going to fold at all. Okay, just like so. I should have had this prepped. I apologize. That's why I try to have my tape on there so that the video isn't as long. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to ask me in the comments, because I will get to it, because I like to see the comments. Oh, I'm right out of tape. So I'm just going to keep that one. Grab another roll. to it. And you just put a few strips here in the middle with no, doesn't have to be exact or precise. Just, oh, that's interesting. Just a few strips. Just like so. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one and do the same thing. You're going to just line it up. Try and get your edges even, like that. And if you're like me, I always just kind of stick my hand down and then I lift up on an edge so that I try not to move it. And I use one side, like so, and then it's not going to move, okay? So then you can peel the rest of your tape, stick her down. And then I'll show you what I mean by having your spine taped all the way or it won't. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I got too much taped down. Ooh, ooh, it's gonna work. Oh, perfect. There. So you always struggle with tape a little bit. Or at least I do. I don't know if everybody does, but Lord knows I do. If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck. So hopefully this didn't move or anything. Okay, pull your tape and put it down, just like so. Give it a burnish. And you always want your tape at the edge so that you're covered here. Okay, so see when it folds like this. If you only had tape on the edges here, just here and here, this in the middle would bubble. It would like when you would fold it or whatever, it would bubble in there, and it is a royal pain. I have one album that I did wrong, thinking I'd save on tape. You can't. So there's your album cover. Okay, so we'll set that aside. And now you have your, this is what you're going to attach your pages to, okay? Again, I use Tyvek, I'm trying something new, but for the most part, you want to use paper, okay? So you're going to have, I can't remember what the length of this piece of paper is, but like I said, all the measurements will be at the bottom in the description box, okay? So you're going to have two half-inch score lines. Your space between your pages, your gusset, is 5/8 of an inch. And then you have, okay, so you're going to put tape on one side in both of those half-inch marks. These are where your pages are going to stick. Okay, you're going to flip it over and you're going to tape in one of those two half marks because you're just going to stick it together. Okay, so we're going to do that now. So you're going to score and as tape as I've shown you here. Okay, so just pre-fold. I'm pre-folding because I'm using Tyvek. It's a little thinner. So pre-fold, pull your tape backing. I'm going to struggle with this again because it's Tyvek. Okay. Fold it over, burnish, give it a good stick because you are going to be folding the other way. So then this piece folds the other way. Okay. Give it a burnish. Okay, same thing. You're going to fold over, making sure everything is straight. Peel that tape backing. Okay. Fold it over, making sure that you are straight. Okay, burnish. Okay, and then fold that over like so, burnish. Okay, pre-fold your score line, burnish. Okay, remove your tape. Same thing, fold it, making sure that it's all straight. Okay, burnish. Okay, fold that back over. Burnish. Okay, this one we may be going the other way, just so that we can see it better. Fold, burnish. Okay, now fold that over, peel your tape, making sure that it is straight. Fold and burnish. Okay, fold and burnish. Okay, and then you'll fold that over. So you have 4-page hinges. Okay, you see your hinges here. Fold these over and burnish. Fold these over, burnish. Okay. Now we are attaching pages a little different, right? You're gonna get a sneak peek of the pages. Okay, so as you can see, the pages are going to be the full length of your album. Okay, your spine is not, or your hinges are not. So you've got to make sure that you get them in the right place. Okay, so you're going to attach this, okay, like so. You want to have a 1/2 inch, I believe, on the top and the bottom. So you're going to measure, okay, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, okay, 1/2 inch. Well, that is wildly, insanely crooked. Even just tuck your page up and make sure. Sorry, my head is going to get in the way for a moment because I just want to be sure. Okay, so I want it to be roughly right there. Okay, now I want to have a little bit more space here because we're going to put the booklet in the back of the album. So I'm going to bring it over so that it's not completely centered. I'm going to bring it over a little bit. Make sure that it's fitting properly. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of measure. So I am up 5/8 of an inch. So that is perfect. I am going to draw a line with pencil at the bottom there, and at the bottom here, and then on an edge so I know what corners line up. Okay, so like that, because you need to put tape from edge to edge here. Okay, so we are going to get out our thick tape again, our 1 inch or 1.5 inch tape, and we are going to get tape on our all the way. My tape is not straight. Apologies. Okay, here we go. Okay, just like so. And if you need to trim off a little there, you go right ahead. So I'm going to do the other edge here. Okay, like so. Okay, and then you can just run it all the way. I'm going to do the sides here. You want it just edge to edge. Doesn't matter how you do it, you just want it edge to edge. And you don't want your sorry, I'm not sure where I was going with that statement. It's been a long couple of days. Let's just say that. Let's flip it around. Okay, like that. I may have to peel a little bit of my tape backing back, but we'll just stick her on like this. It's not too bad. Like so. And there you have it. And then you're gonna just give it a burnish. Don't fold anything. Just burnish your tape down so that it's got the good stick, okay? Just like that. Don't fold everything, and so that I want to cut off. Find my scissors. You don't want any tape hanging over because it will stick. This is very sticky tape. Okay, so then you're going to bring back in your album. Okay. We have, oh, I got some tape sticking over there too. Just cut it off. If you cut a little bit of your paper, it's all okay. Hopefully you can hear me. I start talking quieter. If you have watched my videos before, you know that I dislike videos. So here we go. We're going to put that, measure those or get them lined up again. If it's not perfect, it's not that big a deal. Okay, just like so. Straight and perfect. Okay, dry fit. Then you're going to peel all your tape. This is where it gets fun. When you use paper, it's a little stiffer, so you're okay. I'm using Tyvek, so it's going to be a little bit flimsier, but with the tape, it makes it a little bit easier. So just peel all your backing. Hopefully you can peel it without any grave difficulties. I usually do. Make sure it gets stuck. Oh, that's that middle one. Try not to peel any of the tape itself up. Okay. So then you're going to take that and you're going to do it this way. Just line it up with those marks, just like so. Just like so. Oopsie, try not to, it will stick to you, so. Okay, just like so. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to tack it, but you're going to fold that score and you're going to fold your score line just like so. Okay, fold it up and then you can burnish it. Okay, so then you can go through, burnish those center ones like so. Okay, just give it a tack. Okay, and then take your other one. And you see it's lifting. You want that because you don't want it to stretch too much, okay? So flip it over, give it a fold, okay, like that. And then you can stick it down. There you have your album cover. Okay, so in the next video, here's our album cover. In the next video, I will show you how to attach your pages, okay? The next video will kind of maybe be a little bit longer because we'll attach our pages, we'll do our front cover, and do our back cover piece. So, we'll see you back next week for potentially the last video. Have a great day. Happy crafting!